Hey there, science fans. Did you know that we use a ton of gasoline every single day? We're talking about it, folks. Over 20 gallons for every person in the United States. That's enough to fill up a swimming pool. Have you ever wondered where all that gasoline comes from? It's a pretty amazing journey. It all starts with something called crude oil. Don't let the crude part fool you. It's the starting point for gasoline and a bunch of other important stuff we use every day. Now, let's travel back in time to see how this incredible journey begins. Ready for an adventure? Our story takes us to Texas, a place famous for cowboys, barbecue, and oil. That's right. Deep beneath the Lone Star State lies a treasure trove of this valuable resource. Back in the early 1900s, people discovered these underground pools of oil. Word spread like wildfire, and it sparked a massive oil rush. People from all over came to Texas hoping to strike it rich. Imagine the excitement as these early oil wells, called gushers, shot oil high into the air. But hold on, how did all that oil get there in the first place? Well, it's a story that began millions of years ago, even before dinosaurs roamed the earth. Tiny sea creatures called plankton lived and died in ancient oceans. Their remains piled up on the ocean floor over millions of years. Heat and pressure from the Earth's crust transformed these ancient plankton into what we call crude oil, a thick, black liquid full of energy. Think of it like this. Those tiny plankton were like little solar panels, soaking up the sun's energy. Now, millions of years later, we can use that stored energy to power our world. How cool is that? Getting to that crude oil is no easy feat. It's buried deep underground, sometimes miles below the surface. To reach it, engineers build massive drilling rigs, tall structures that look like giant metal towers. These rigs are equipped with powerful drills that bore through layers of rock, kind of like a giant drill going through a multi-layer cake. It's a tough and sometimes dangerous job, but these skilled workers make sure the oil is extracted safely and responsibly. Once the crude oil is brought to the surface, it needs to go on another journey, this time to a refinery. Refineries are like giant factories that transform crude oil into the gasoline that powers our cars. But first, the oil needs to get there. To transport the oil, we use pipelines, long underground pipes that act like superhighways for crude oil. These pipelines stretch for thousands of miles, carrying oil across states and even countries. It's an engineering marvel that ensures a steady supply of oil reaches the refineries. The journey of gasoline doesn't end at the pump. In fact, a new chapter is unfolding right now. Around the world, scientists and engineers are racing to create cleaner, greener ways to power our vehicles. Electric cars are becoming more common, running on batteries instead of gasoline. Charging stations are popping up everywhere, making it easier than ever to drive electric. But that's not all. Biofuels made from plants and even recycled waste are being developed to replace or blend with traditional gasoline. These alternative fuels can help reduce pollution and our dependence on fossil fuels. Automakers are also designing engines that use less fuel or even run on hydrogen, releasing only water vapor as exhaust. And with every new innovation, we get closer to vehicles that are better for the planet. The road ahead is full of exciting possibilities. Thanks to technology and creativity, the future of fueling up is cleaner, smarter, and more sustainable than ever before. Now let's step inside a refinery and see the amazing transformation from crude oil to gasoline. Refineries are like giant chemistry sets, using heat and special processes to separate the different parts of crude oil. Think of it like separating the ingredients in a big pot of stew. The separated parts, called fractions, have different uses. Some are used to make gasoline, while others are used for things like diesel fuel, jet fuel, and even plastics. It's like magic, turning this gooey black stuff into so many useful products. Ever wondered what happens once gasoline leaves the refinery? It's pumped into trucks, delivered to gas stations, and eventually into the tanks of millions of cars. But here's the twist. Every time we use gasoline, it powers our adventures but also releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. That's why scientists and engineers are working on cleaner, greener solutions. From blending gasoline with biofuels made from plants to inventing engines that sip less fuel, innovation is steering us toward a brighter future. So the next time you fill up, remember, the journey of gasoline doesn't stop at the pump. It's also a journey towards smarter, cleaner energy for everyone. If you found this journey as fascinating as we did, like this video and share it with someone who's ever wondered what's inside their gas tank. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to keep learning how the world works, one incredible process at a time.